This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska.
The 2023 Nebraska High School Football Playoffs on News Channel Nebraska are presented by Currency, Allo, Midwest Bank, Obermiller Seamless, Woodhouse Auto, and by Liberty First Credit Union.
One game away. That is the situation as we reach the semifinals in the NSAA High School Football Playoffs, with one team that's used to being here and one team that's trying to keep a magical run going. Hello, everyone. Live from Veterans Memorial Field on the day before Veterans Day, alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay, and you're watching playoff football on News Channel Nebraska. Tonight in Norfolk, we present the top-seeded Norfolk Catholic Knights against the fourth-seeded Panthers of Fillmore Central. And Lou, with the way that this game has been talked about coming into tonight, you might make it kind of easy to forget that Fillmore Central's unbeaten. They've been kind of the surprise story in Class C2 this year. They've done a lot of things that hasn't been expected of them, and, well, let's face it, a win tonight would certainly add to that list of unexpected things the Panthers have pulled off this season.
Yeah, no question about it. Made the playoffs last year, lost in the first round, but now here they are, a chance to get to the state championship game for the first time since they were Geneva High School about 30-some years ago. I think the magical trip that you've talked about is definitely there for Fillmore Central, because people didn't expect them to be this far. And you're playing the Goliath of C2 in Norfolk Catholic. This should be an interesting ball game, but you're right. Both teams, 11-0, should be a good one.
Battle of the Unbeatens will introduce you to some of the many key players you'll see tonight next. You're watching the pregame show on News Channel Nebraska.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By USave Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zellner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Welcome back to the pregame show on News Channel Nebraska, getting set for a Class C2 semifinal between Norfolk Catholic and Fillmore Central. The Norfolk Catholic Knights in the midst of a 24-game winning streak. They have not lost since calendar year 2021, and their defense has really carried them a long ways. They gave up 27 points to Oakland Craig in the opening game, which you saw here on NCN. They've given up 92 points total since, and one of the big reasons why is one of their biggest players. He's going to Nebraska and is an absolute disruptor in the backfield. Nolan Fennessy is someone that Fillmore Central is going to have to account for this evening.
Well, first of all, let's look at Nolan Fennessy. He's a good offensive lineman. He's a good punter, but you're right, defense is where he's big, and he is big, by the way. You know, if you guys have somewhere to go, you might want to stick around. I got to tell you all the things. 76 tackles, 4 sacks, 6 tackles for losses, a fumble recovery, and 2 block kicks. I mean, that guy is just an absolute disruptor on the defensive side of the ball. If you're going to beat Norfolk Catholic, you got to deal with number 71, Nolan Fennessy.
Sounds like a 12 Days of Christmas rundown as he tries to get his second golden ring. Meanwhile, Fillmore Central is here. They're unbeaten. These are two teams that average over 300 yards per game on the ground. The Panthers can run it, and their quarterback is one of the guys who can do it. Second on the team in rushing touchdowns. But, Lou, I think if Fillmore Central is going to win tonight, they're going to need Trevin Stasness to make a play or two through the air.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got 14 touchdowns and over 700 yards rushing. This is a good running football team, but you're right. Only 5 touchdown passes on the year for Stasness. I think you're going to have to make some plays through the air. Maybe not touchdowns, but you're going to have some big plays, maybe some third down conversions through the air. Stasness is going to be big tonight for the Panthers.
A legend on one side and honestly a rising name in coaching the state of Nebraska, with already one state championship to his credit on the other. You'll hear from both coaches next. You're watching the pregame show on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
At Norfolk Catholic School.
Hi guys, well I'm down here on the sideline pregame with Coach Gabe Eberhardt of the Fillmore Central Panthers. Coach, last week you guys were down 14-0 to Malcolm, but you say you didn't see any fear in your players' eyes. How do you think you're going to implement that same type of mentality here tonight?
They're ready to go. I mean, we haven't had to say much this week to get them fired up. They know that last week when they got down, they didn't panic, they didn't do anything out of character, and they're not going to be worried tonight. They know it's at stake tonight, and they're ready to go.
Awesome. And Coach, you talk about your players buying into the program from day one, and look where it's gotten you tonight, and where's the credit due?
Oh, it's to them. They've done everything we've asked them to do. They've been in the weight room. They go to camps. They've done all the little things it takes to get to this point. When you're a team that's still playing this late in November, it's from all the hard work your kids do. So it's a credit to all our kids.
And Coach, talking about your defense, you're very dominant, especially in that pass rush and that up front defensive line. What's your guys' plan going into tonight to be able to stop an offense that could throw just about anything at you?
Yeah, we just got to play responsibility football, try to cause some turnovers, and at point of attack, we got to wrap up. Their running backs and quarterbacks do a good job of running hard, so we got to make sure we get them wrapped up.
All right, well, thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
More pregame content coming up. Right back to you.
At Norfolk Catholic School, our students are given the opportunity to thrive in today's society.
One of the things I think we take a lot of pride in is we all work together in this very big family atmosphere.
We provide a safe and welcoming environment for all and prepare students to be effective, productive citizens and future leaders.
We have a 99% high school graduate rate.
Us working together gives the greatest opportunity for success for each and every one of our students.
Norfolk Catholic School, walking with you to meet Jesus.
Hi guys, I'm down here on the sideline with head coach Jeff Beller. Coach, you're a game away from seeing your potential 11th state championship. What does it mean to be out here tonight in front of a crowd where you've impacted these young men and their families?
Well, we're excited about playing in the semifinals. I think we're playing a great football team, so it'll be a great challenge. We've had a good week of practice, so I think you're always hoping that you come out and play well. So I hope we play good football, and I'm sure Fillmore Central will play good football and it'll be a great game.
And Coach, I understand you just passed a huge milestone in your career, 400 wins. What does it mean to reach that type of milestone here?
Well, first of all, I'm old, so that's one thing. I've coached a long time. I've coached for 42 years, but we've had great kids and had a lot of good coaches and had tremendous parent support. And when you put that all together, you have a chance for success. We do things a certain way. We try to build it into our program and expect kids to do certain things, and they do that for us. And when we put those things together, we have a better chance to be successful.
And Coach, without a doubt tonight, you have a real challenge in front of you. You haven't seen this Fillmore Central team yet at all this season, but they are also 11-0, and they have a very dominant pass rush. What's the game plan going into tonight?
Well, we try to do what we do. We're probably a run football team first, and we're not afraid to throw it. And I'm sure they're going to do the same thing. Both of our teams are 11-0, so when you've been able to go out and win every game you've played, you kind of think, well, this is what we've done to get here. We'll probably continue to do that. So we think this will be a great challenge. There's only 4 teams still working out, so they're all good. It's just a matter of playing up to the potential you have, and I think if we do that, I think we'll have a great game.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight. Have yourself a good game.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
More content coming up here on NCN Sports. I'm Andrew Pfeiffer.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
Fuel your journey by starting at a Speedy Mart store near you. From the small communities in Nebraska to the larger cities, the staff at Speedy Marts are ready to serve you with food, fuel, and rewards. Save 5 cents per gallon with the Fuel Your Journey fill up plus additional bonus savings. Download the app for mobile pay, offering customers the highest quality branded food and treats. Fresh, ready, and convenient. Check out SpeedyMart.com for locations and job opportunities.
Let's take a look at our School Spotlight tonight, brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Well, Currency's here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. The Fillmore Central Panthers, based in Geneva, making their 10th trip to the playoffs as Fillmore Central. This is the farthest they've ever made it as Fillmore Central. They did win a state championship in 1990 as Geneva High School. One of the teams they beat to get there was Norfolk Catholic in the opening round that year. Meanwhile, Norfolk Catholic, their third straight appearance in the semifinals, fifth in the last 7 years. They've never played Fillmore Central. The last time they played Geneva, the 1993 playoffs, the Knights won that game 28-6. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's contest. Norfolk Catholic coming in 11-0. Fillmore Central coming in 11-0. There you see the Norfolk Catholic defense. We talked about what Fennessy does, but Mason Widener, the team's leading tackler, Brandon Collars on the inside. That is a mess for offenses to handle. Maybe the best linebacking crew in the state of Nebraska. Meanwhile, offensively for Norfolk Catholic, Carter Jansen had 5 total touchdowns in their 55-7 win over Kearney Catholic in the quarterfinals last week. Fillmore Central, defensively, this is a very good defensive team. They give up just 192 yards per game. They forced 6 turnovers in their come-from-behind victory over Malcolm last week. They've pitched 3 shutouts this year. This defense, no joke. And on offense, we talked about Stasness. Trevor Roach had 2 rushing touchdowns last week. He's over 1,000 yards on the season. Luke Kimbrough, also a very good running back for the Panthers. Our opening kickoff coming up next is the C2 semifinals. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams, financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we. Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
Fuel your journey by starting at a Speedy Mart store near you. From the small communities in Nebraska to the larger cities, the staff at Speedy Marts are ready to serve you with food, fuel, and rewards. Save 5 cents per gallon with the Fuel Your Journey Fill Up plus additional bonus savings. Download the app for mobile pay, offering customers the highest quality branded food and treats, fresh, ready, and convenient. Check out SpeedyMart.com for locations and job opportunities.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams, financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
Happy Veterans Day to all of those who have served or know someone who did. We could not do what we do without your service, and we are forever indebted to that. We thank you for your service and hope you have a great Veterans Day weekend alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Andrew Pfeiffer's on the sidelines. Look, it's the C2 semifinals. Doesn't get any better than this. Winner will get either Ord or Utan. Those two are kicking off in Ord as we speak. We'll keep you abreast of what's going on there in central Nebraska. Meanwhile, Norfolk Catholic in their home red uniforms will be kicking away. Fillmore Central will be receiving in their road white uniforms. First ever appearance in the semifinals for Fillmore Central. Glad you could join us here on News Channel Nebraska, wherever you are watching the game this evening. We talk about the three facets of the game. Norfolk Catholic special teams might be the best in C2 on both sides, both stopping opposing teams on special teams and what they do in the kicking game. That one in the end zone. Fillmore Central will start things off 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Like you're going to see a clash of teams that want to do basically the same thing. Both teams want to establish the line of scrimmage, play physical football. I think Fillmore Central, they've talked a lot about getting in the weight room and getting stronger, getting bigger, and getting better. Well, they've done that. They certainly have done that. 11-0 here. And you're going up against another big physical team in Norfolk Catholic. The trench is going to be big tonight.
On 1st and 10, you see Stasness with the I formation behind him. They pitch. This is Trevor Roach, the sophomore, and he doesn't have much. There's that Norfolk Catholic defense that we've talked about. Statistically, these teams are very similar. Identical offensively on the ground, 304 yards a game. Defensively, Norfolk Catholic gives up just 204 a game. Fillmore Central just 192. Wouldn't be surprised if this was a bit of a low-scoring affair.
Well, I think both defenses are very good. And we talked about Norfolk Catholic's defense on the outset, but Fillmore Central only given up about 9 points a game and 3 shutouts. So, yeah, I expect this to be a very physical and possibly a very low-scoring football game here.
Jaron Tweedy in motion. It'll be Stasness on the keeper, and he gets nothing. Nolan Fennessy met up at the line of scrimmage. Big Sam Johnson, the 290-pound junior, in as well. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 9. By the way, for those who've seen Fillmore Central, Trevin Stasness normally wears number 18 for tonight. For some reason, he's wearing number 10. He does have 18 on the helmet. He gets nothing there. It's 3rd and 9.
This is where Fillmore Central wants to avoid. I don't think this is anywhere near what they like to be is in these 3rd and long situations.
Stasness going to the air. Looking over the middle, too tall, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jaron Tweedy, the junior, but it'll be 4th down, and Norfolk Catholic's defense forces the first 3 and out of the game.
That's an impressive stand to start the game. Not only do you force the Panthers to go 3 and out, but they only get 1 yard. And now we'll see. This is where you're going to have to be good in special teams if you're Fillmore Central, because you don't want to give Norfolk Catholic the short field very often here tonight.
Clayton Carney, Trevin Suckup back deep to return for Norfolk Catholic. Carney does have 1 punt return for a touchdown this year. Cade Cooper puts the leg into it, trickles down the sidelines and out of bounds, so Norfolk Catholic will have very good field position to start. In fact, starting in Fillmore Central territory at the 46-yard line. So just a 25-yard punt, no return. And Lou, we get a look at Norfolk Catholic's offense for the first time. I like watching history repeat itself. The last time Norfolk Catholic had a winning streak this long was 2010 through 2012. And they had a pretty good quarterback wearing number 15 at the time. He's an assistant coach now, Jared Beller. But here you go, a quarterback wearing number 15 who, just like that other one, might be a little bit underrated in how talented he is.
I've been impressed with his progression as a quarterback.
Here he hands off, does Carter Jansen to Ben Collars, who breaks a tackle. First down and more inside the 30, dragged down from behind. It was Cade Cooper who saved the touchdown, but the 200-pound senior gets 26 and a first down.
Well, you can't tackle Collars going high like that. And boy, you're right, Cooper. If he doesn't make that tackle, that's 6 points. Fillmore Central's got to try to slow that running game down. That's a good start there if you're Norfolk Catholic.
1st and 10 from the Fillmore Central 20. Collars came into tonight needing 88 yards to get to 1,000 on the year. He motions out as a receiver, and they'll hand off to the fullback. That's Trevin Suckup right up the gut for the touchdown. How's that for a statement? Not even 2 minutes into the game, and Norfolk Catholic's on top.
Yeah, that is a statement. You're absolutely right. A couple of run plays, too. That one right right down the middle against that very strong Panther defense. Norfolk Catholic making it look easy on their first possession.
That's Suckup's 6th rushing touchdown this season. Puts him over 400 yards rushing on the season. Now Max Hammond on to kick his 66th extra point this year. That's a sign of an offense that's got things going well. Hammond has made 61 of his previous 65. He did miss one last week, but his first one is right down Broadway. And with 10:03 to go first quarter, it's Norfolk Catholic 7, Fillmore Central nothing. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Not even 2 minutes into the game, Norfolk Catholic goes 2 plays, 46 yards, a 20-yard touchdown run by Trevin Suckup, the junior. And it's 7-0, the top seed Norfolk Catholic with the lead over Fillmore Central alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Max Hammond getting set to kick it away. And Fillmore Central, well, they dipped their toes in the pool. Now they know what to expect. A 3-and-out on offense, a 2-play drive on defense. Let's see how they respond. Trying to cut to the outside, great coverage downfield. And Dylan Jawecki brought down at the 15-yard line. That was great downfield pursuit by Nathan Timmerman. Now, Fillmore Central last week, this is eerily similar if you're a Panther fan. They were down 14-0 to Malcolm last week after the first quarter. Ended up forcing 6 turnovers in that game and getting the win. So this is not unfamiliar territory. They've certainly responded from behind before.
Yeah, that was a heck of a comeback, but I don't think you want to fall too far behind Norfolk Catholic.
So from the 15, they'll go to the air on first down. Stasnis, it's breaking down. He'll take off. Good runner. Stasnis over 700 yards coming into tonight. Finished off by Ben Sosek, the 250-pound senior. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think you got to get something going on here in the early downs. If you feel more central, you got to be able to get out of those long yardage situations. Again, Stasnis, a very good quarterback, but this game, their game is predicated on running the football.
This is Stasnis up the middle on a keeper off the left side. Gets about a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 7. As Stasnis trying to get room on the keeper. You know, the thing that stands out of this Norfolk Catholic team, Lou, that, you know, Fillmore Central, they've been so good with their offensive line all year. It's just massive. That is just a massive humanity that Norfolk Catholic has on that D-line.
Well, they've got everything defensively. They've only given up 26 points since the Battle Creek game. Battle Creek's the only team that took them into the 4th quarter. Since then, they've only given up 26 points the last 5 games.
So 3rd down and 2. Out of the gun, Stasnis will keep. It's a nice block in the backfield, but the cavalry comes and stops him shy of first down yardage. That's great pursuit on the far side by, I believe that was Trevin Suckup who made the play. No gain, and Fillmore Central's going to have to punt it again. As Fillmore Central gets set to punt it away, we send it down to the sidelines, and Andrew Pfeiffer.
Well, talking to Coach Eberhardt, one of the things that he wanted to key point in on was his defense. They do have an astounding pass rush, especially up front. That could have been a bad punt right there, but he wanted to talk about wrapping up and tackling on defense, and yet a couple of drives later, Norfolk Catholic unable to wrap them up as they ran just back-to-back fullback trap plays in there to the end zone.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Yeah, and, wrapping up and tackling. You talked about it, Lou. You can't go high against these runners, particularly someone like Brandon Collars. 200 pounds, he's big, he's strong, he's fast. That's someone you have got to have good technique and go low on if you have a chance of bringing him down in the open field.
Yeah, all these Norfolk Catholic runners are physical. Collars, certainly the leading rusher, is one of those guys. That's a big defensive stand here. Opportunity for Fillmore Central. You just don't want to fall that 14-0 behind today.
Speedy quarterback Carter Jansen finds a little bit of room across the 45 to the 43. It'll be second down and 6. In on the stop for Fillmore Central, Jackson Turner, the team's leader in tackles for loss, and interceptions. Lou, this Fillmore Central defense, they average 7 tackles for loss per game. They spend a ton of time in the opponent's backfield.
Yeah, this is a good defensive unit. And now's the time to really show it. You got to try to turn Norfolk Catholic away.
Stretch play right up the middle. That's a first down. Tripped up right at the sticks was Collars. Gets across the 40 to the 37. They will say that is indeed enough for a first down. So the Knights move the sticks again.
Well, it's got to be a little disheartening. I know it's early, but Norfolk Catholic is getting a lot of work done in between. Right up front, right in the A-gap area of that Fillmore Central defense. And that's got to be concerning because that's the strength of your team.
Hayden Kelly, Aiden Core split wide to the right. There you see that strength up front on the defensive line of Fillmore Central. Not much there. That's Timmerman's first carry this evening. Nathan Timmerman, 29 yards shy of 500 on the season coming into tonight. He's now 28 shy after that gain of a yard.
As Jackson Turner again there on that tackle. 88 tackles are the season coming into tonight. He might end up around 100 depending how this game goes.
Had 11 tackles for loss coming into this evening as well. Clausen on the keeper, or rather Jansen on the keeper. Doesn't get much. And there you see Fillmore Central starting to get in their groove a bit defensively. There's Jackson Turner again, the senior leader. Stops Jansen for no gain. It's 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Turner, one of those guys that have worked hard over the last 4 years to get this team in position to get to the state championship game. Now's where you got to be big, and this is where a guy like Carter Jansen has excelled this year in his ability to not only run and extend plays, but to be very accurate in the passing game.
On 3rd and 9, they go to the passing game for the first time, and it's caught. First down the far sideline, inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal, Norfolk Catholic. That's Sam Spadell, the team's leading receiver coming into tonight. Gets 32 yards and moves the sticks.
Oh, it's exactly what I was talking about. Rolling to his right. He's so accurate on the move, and he can run. He can tuck it down and run. Speaking of Carter Jansen, and finds his man, Spidell, wide open there. That's a great job. And that's what you just saw there is what makes Norfolk Catholic so dangerous, because they can run with power. They can run with speed, and then you guy like Carter Jansen, he can just make plays through the air. Very difficult offense to slow down.
Jansen now over 1,000 yards passing on the season. 1st and goal from the 4, trying to curl his way into the end zone. Stopped a yard shy as Hammond. Max Hammond gets to the 1. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
I don't think you're going to see too much fancy here. Norfolk Catholic are going to roll up their sleeves with that big offensive line and challenge this defensive front of Fillmore Central. They've been doing that in this first quarter and doing it pretty well. And boy, this is danger territory really for Fillmore Central. Again, came from behind last week 14-0. Going to be much more difficult tonight.
2nd and goal from the 1. They hand off to the deep back, straight ahead, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Norfolk Catholic. Brandon Collars, his 20th rushing touchdown this season.
Well, like we expected, just run right at this defense. Collars, such a physical guy, gets that ball over the plane for the touchdown. And Norfolk Catholic, boy, have they gotten off to a great start. 2 short fields, had good field position and did what they have to do with that field position. That's put points on the board.
Max Hammond will punt, or will kick, I should say. You don't get to say the word punt very often when you cover Norfolk Catholic, so I just got it out while I could. 4:49 to go first quarter. Knights lead at 14-0 You're watching News Channel Nebraska. Hey, our first quarter here on News Channel Nebraska brought to you by John Henry's. Their family serving yours. It is 14-0 Norfolk Catholic. Getting it done. They have 8 more points than Fillmore Central has plays on offense, alongside Lou Seifkaram, Eric McKay, Andrew Pfeiffer on the sidelines. And Lou at Fillmore Central kind of knows what the score is now. They know what they're dealing with. Now they'll have to dig deep, try to find some big plays.
Well, you can't go 3 and out on this possession. That's led to Norfolk Catholic getting short fields twice.
And this kick will sail into the end zone for the touchback. Didn't even make an attempt at it there. Jaron Tweedy just let that one go. And Fillmore Central will start at the 20.
And like, Coach Beller said in the pregame about, you're 11-0, both teams 11-0. They're going to do what they do. You can't really come away from what's got you here at this point. But so far, Fillmore Central has not been able to run the football against Norfolk Catholic. That's their bread and butter. We'll see at what point you come away from maybe what you thought you could do in this game.
From the 20, Fillmore Central will go back to the ground. Pretty good push by the offensive line there. Forward progress will get them about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, now's the time. You've got to get that push up front. You've got to be able to sustain a drive. And I think it's important, especially here, the way Norfolk Catholic has looked offensively the first couple possessions. I think Fillmore Central needs points on this drive.
That was Luke Kimbrough, his first carry, the 185-pound senior fullback. They go to Roach this time. A little bit of room off the left side, but not much. Mason Widener in there to make the stop. Leading tackler for Norfolk Catholic. Lou, we saw Norfolk Catholic the last game of the regular season. And frankly, Mason Widener was terrifying in that game on defense.
Yeah, he looked like a track star out there. He's got so much speed. He's a big dude, too, at that linebacker spot, but he can run you down and run you over all on the same play. That's one of the reasons Norfolk Catholic's defense is so good this year.
4 split wide on 3rd and 4. Stasnis to the air. Has time. Now he doesn't. Stasnis gets it away at the last second, but too tall for Jaron Tweedy, who was open. But 3 drives, 3 and outs, and Fillmore Central going to have to punt it again. It was Braden Burbach applying the pressure.
Burbach got around there. He had time. Stasnis had time, had some protection, no one open, and then it broke down. Burbach pressured him and forced him basically to just get rid of it. Another 3 and out here for Fillmore Central. It's been tough going for their offense in this first quarter.
And now the last punt was a bad snap. Good snap here. Decent punt. It's fielded, though, by Suckup at the 48, and he's got room to the near side. Suckup with the stiff arm across the 30, dances his way out of bounds across the 25 to the 23. Lou, we've seen Norfolk Catholic a few times this year. We saw them in the first game against Oakland Craig, and then saw them the last game of the regular season against Cedar Catholic, and the difference between those teams was striking. This Norfolk Catholic team that we're seeing so far is about as focused a team I think I have seen play football this year.
Well, when you watch these guys play, timeout here, it's tough to find what the weaknesses might be for Norfolk Catholic, and I think it's certainly a credit to the legend and Jeff Beller, but this team has gotten better week by week by week, and I think after that close game with Battle Creek, they've even taken a step up, and they're just playing. I think you mentioned that at the start of the ball game. They play special teams well. They play defense well. This offense is humming. It's going to take a monumental effort, I think, for anybody that's left in the playoffs to beat these guys the way they're playing.
Since that Battle Creek game, a 5-point win. These are Norfolk Catholic's final scores: 49-0, 59-7, 41-0, 42-12, 55-7. Those last three scores against teams that were in the playoffs.
Yeah,
So
I don't think there's nobody missing fingernails if you're a Norfolk Catholic fan. It's been impressive what they've done, and boy, right now it's Fillmore Central needs a stop here.
Yep.
You just cannot give up more points.
From the 23-yard line, Norfolk Catholic will start in the gun. Carter Jansen on the rollout. Looking from behind, he's sacked. Dylan Jawecki, first sack of the season. That play took a little long to develop, and there you see Fillmore Central with a big play that they desperately needed.
Yeah, they needed this play. Jawecki from behind. Jansen doesn't see him. It's fortunate that he did not fumble the football there. But Jawecki makes a big play, trying to get Norfolk Catholic behind the sticks and force them to make a play. But again, Jansen, such a good passer. But this is where they came back last year, is turning teams over, and that's what they need to do here, try to get a turnover against Norfolk Catholic.
Second down and 14, Clayton Carney in motion. They'll hand off on an end around to Hammond, read pretty well. That's Stasinus coming up to make the play, maybe a yard, but Norfolk Catholic facing their first 3rd and long of the night.
Yeah, they had a 3rd and long last possession. It was 3rd and 9, and Jansen completed that pass. If you're going to win this ball game, if you're Fillmore Central, you're going to win. You've got to win these down and distance situations, and this is where you can go get him. You know, you can maybe get a sack or try to force a quick throw, and maybe get that turnover that they, last week against Malcolm led to that comeback.
They are not afraid of pressure. They do like to blitz. They're showing it here on 3rd and long. Blocked pretty well. Jansen going to tuck it. Takes off. He'll be shy of first down yardage. Good, strong run. It was Jackson Turner leading the way. It'll be 4th down and about 3. Well, what do you do here if you're Norfolk Catholic? This would be about a 33-yard field goal.
Yeah, that's, if you trust your kicker here, I think you'd love to get points the way the defense is playing. I think that looks like the plan.
Max Hammond is 2 for 5 on field goals this year. This will be from the right hash, 33 yards away. Hayden Kelly is the holder.
The wind very slight at this point, but it's at the back.
Oh, boy, you've got, well, the kick was good, but I think Norfolk Catholic's going to get a first down. Fillmore Central had jumped off sides, and that is a huge penalty.
Wow.
Norfolk Catholic, the kick was good, but now they might be able to trade that field goal for a touchdown.
Well, and that's, you don't normally like to take points off the scoreboard, but they have been so dominant in this quarter. I think that's exactly what they're going to do. They are going to do that. They're going to keep possession of the football and try to get a touchdown and extend this lead even further.
First penalty of the game is a big one. Aiden Cush split to the left, to the right, Hayden Kelly. 1st and 10, Norfolk Catholic after the penalty from the 11. On the play fake, it's Jansen. Using his speed, gets a great block on the edge, and he's in. Touchdown, Norfolk Catholic. Carter Jansen in from 11 yards out. His 14th rushing touchdown this season.
Well, we've watched Norfolk Catholic a lot over the years, Eric. I think Carter Jansen might be the best quarterback I've seen this program have since I've been around, and you saw it right there. I mean, he's a really good passer, but that's an athlete, man. He's a good runner, and he just sprinted there to the end zone for that touchdown. He is an exceptional player.
Hammond's extra point is up. It is good. And with 58 seconds to go in the first quarter, the number 1 seed is playing like it right now. 21-0 Knights. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Allo. You deserve the fiber things in life. Allo Fiber. And by News Channel Nebraska. Follow at NCN Sports for highlights, interviews, rankings, and our broadcast schedule.
21-0 Norfolk Catholic with the lead on our scoreboard, brought to you in part by Aurora Cooperative, helping you add value to every aspect of your operation. Check them out at auroracoop.com. Also by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Well, Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Well, Fillmore Central erased a 14-point first-quarter deficit to beat Malcolm last week. The Mountain is a little taller this week. They have yet to get a first down this evening, and now Jawecki will try to at least get them in good position, but my goodness, every facet of the game is working for Norfolk Catholic right now. That's great coverage downfield by Aiden Core.
Yeah, that's twice that Knights have just really done a great job covering the kickoff. That's just amazing how well they're playing special teams. That's been one of the big, I think, upgrades from the beginning of the year till now, is how well they've done special teams. Now, this is what Fillmore Central's up against. Down 21-0 first quarter. The most points they've given up all year was 20 in a game twice. Last week against Malcolm, as you mentioned, down 14-0, came back to win. Going to be really tough at this point.
They'll pitch to the near side. This is Roach, who's had a very good season. The ball came out and Norfolk Catholic's got it. Fumbled the ball as he was going down. Hayden Kelly came up with it. It's 1st and 10, Norfolk Catholic.
I almost think Kelly might have just taken it away from him. Let's see if we can see it in the replay. Yeah, Kelly just ripped it out of his hands.
My goodness, what a play.
That is a great play.
Hayden Kelly, known for his play in the secondary, 5 interceptions coming into this year. That's his first fumble recovery. Here we go again. Norfolk Catholic 1st and 10 at the Fillmore Central 19.
Norfolk Catholic trying to make this a blowout in the first quarter.
Jansen on the rollout. Flag is down. This one's coming back. Boy, that's a great play. That little stop-start move that Carter Jansen had there bought him extra yardage, but didn't matter. The hold is going to move this one back.
Yeah, I think that was Callers that got caught with the hold. And so now Norfolk Catholic, they've been able to overcome it a couple of times with some long yardage situations. You see number 11 there.
Yep. Oh, that was actually Suckup on the edge there.
Yep.
But he'll gladly pass the blame on someone else, I'm sure.
Yeah.
By the way, winner of this one gets either Ord or U10. First quarter, Ord with the 7-0 lead over the Chieftains, who had maybe the most surprising score in the state of Nebraska last week. Not that they beat Oakland, Craig, but by how dominant they were in beating the Knights last week.
It's all about playing well at the right time of the year. I think UTN is doing that. Down right now 7-0, but watch out for the Chieftains.
So 1st and 20 for Norfolk Catholic, backed up to the 29-yard line. Jansen, QB draw. It's 2 or 3. Brought down by Luke Kimbrough. Turner in there as well. It'll be 2nd down and about 16 after the gain of 4.
Well, Panthers would need to keep Norfolk Catholic away from a possible field goal opportunity, and it looks like Coach Beller's going to allow the clock to run out in the quarter and try this here in the second quarter.
Well, we've played one, and it's all Norfolk Catholic so far. Knights 21, Panthers 0. Second quarter next. You're watching NCN.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
It's the season. The excitement of going to sporting events, sitting in the bleachers, rooting for the neighbor kid that mowed your lawn, delivered papers, or played a few pranks in the neighborhood. The first stop, of course, though, is your local Speedy Mart convenience store. Fuel for the journey. Speedy Mart, your area store with Nebraska roots and community ties. No matter if it's a win or a loss, Speedy Mart can make you feel better before or after the game.
Back at Veterans Memorial Field in Norfolk, 21-0 Norfolk Catholic with the lead over Fillmore Central in the C2 semifinal. Alongside Lou Siefker, Andrew Pfeiffer on the sidelines, I'm Eric McKay. I think that was a lateral. They were trying maybe for a double pass. Fillmore Central broke it up pretty well. Timmerman just has to scramble his way back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Norfolk Catholic will have it.
I think the one thing for Norfolk Catholic now, you've kind of reached that field goal range, and I think it'll depend on what happens here on 3rd down. If they think about a field goal, certainly we've seen it already in this ball game. If it's 4th and reasonable, probably going to go for it.
So 3rd and 10 from the 19. Fillmore Central had stopped them on the last drive, but jumped off sides on the field goal attempt, which gave Norfolk Catholic the opportunity for the touchdown. Jansen going end zone. Wide open is Hayden Kelly. His first receiving touchdown this season, and Norfolk Catholic continues to roll.
Well, that's what we've been talking about. You slow the running game down, you've kind of put them in a bad situation, but Fillmore Central not able to win those 3rd and long situations, and Norfolk Catholic has been able to throw the football, and my goodness, what a surprising score. Really felt this one would be going into the 4th quarter, a close ball game, but Norfolk Catholic is making quick work of it right now.
Hammond's extra point is up. It is good. Wow, that's all I can say at this point. Norfolk Catholic 28, Fillmore Central nothing. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Get rewarded and earn interest for using your My Design Rewards checking account with Midwest Bank. I'm volleyball player Allie Badenhorst, and I get rewarded when I use my debit card grabbing a bite to eat or getting coffee before class. It's easy, simple, and smart. It's not about how much money I have in my account. I get rewarded just for using my debit card at all my favorite places. Find out more at MidwestBank.com. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Our second quarter on News Channel Nebraska brought to the city of Norfolk. Norfolk Parks and Recreation excited to offer their upcoming winter activity camps. Visit the city of Norfolk's website for more.
My winter activity is hibernation.
Yeah. It's going to be in the 70s next week again.
Yeah, isn't that
I don't know
crazy?
that we're going to be talking about winter activities anytime soon.
That's because I went out and I got my snowblower ready. That's
Exactly. Yep. Now you got to get the mower back out. Max Hammond will kick it away. Everything coming up Norfolk Catholic right now. This kick from the 9. Good hole up the middle, splitting 2 defenders and getting out to the 26-yard line is Jawacki, Fillmore Central's best field position now. Well, the Panthers maybe a little shell-shocked right now for Fillmore Central. Just got to settle down. You can't get it all back on one drive, right? So just, even look at this point, they just need a first down. They have yet to move the sticks tonight. Some kind of positive momentum offensively would go a long ways for Fillmore Central.
Well, this is where, even though there's quite a bit of game left, you have to think about what you want to do offensively. Certainly the running game has not been there in that first quarter, and now you're down 4 scores. You need to make some plays.
Stasness on the keeper. Norfolk Catholic all over it. That's Johnson bringing Stasness down at the 27-yard line. He got a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Johnson in there, and then it was Widener that came in, and I guess he was in the area. Looked from our vantage point that he made a hit. It looked there that maybe not so much, but Widener's one of those guys that's always in the area. Johnson is he's a paltry 290.
That D-line up the middle. You've got Johnson at 290, Tyson Reisinger at 260. 2nd and 9. Stasinus on the shuffle, throwing against the grain, out of bounds. Was looking for Carson Ash, the senior tight end. And it'll be 3rd and 9.
Well, Fillmore Central, as it would reason, that since they haven't got a first down yet, 0 for 3 on 3rd downs. And, they've all been 3rd and medium or 3rd and long. Fillmore Central wants to be at 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. And it just hasn't been there against this Norfolk Catholic team. This is not where they want to be, and this is where you're going to have to make some plays at 3rd down and long.
4 receivers split wide on 3rd and 9 from the 27. Stasinus to the air. Wants it all. He's thinking big. A bit of a wobbly pass and intercepted. That's Hayden Kelly, one of the best defensive backs in the state of Nebraska. His 6th interception this year. And Norfolk Catholic gets another stop. There is a flag down, so we'll sort that out.
I did not see the flag come out. I would think probably going to be an offensive penalty.
It's thrown in the defensive secondary.
Oh, okay, I'm looking at the wrong spot then. Okay.
It is a personal foul against Norfolk Catholic.
That's a good turn of events there for Fillmore Central.
The question is, did it happen before or after the interception? They called a personal foul at helmet to helmet. I did not see where it happened, though.
Was it right there on that block? It was.
Yeah, I think it's on the block, maybe a blindside block. So Norfolk Catholic will have possession, but they'll be 15 yards back.
Well, it hasn't mattered to this point. I mean, certainly if you're Coach Beller, you don't want those sort of penalties when you've got a chance maybe to really, throw a kill shot here if you get another touchdown, even though there's quite a bit of time left.
Well, how about Hayden Kelly, a fumble recovery and an interception?
Yeah, that's I wouldn't even call it a fumble recovery. I'd call that's just taking a ball away. It's a theft.
Grand larceny.
Yeah.
First and 10 from the 35 for Norfolk Catholic on play action. It's Jensen, pressured by Ash and able to get it away. Did he catch that? They're going to say yes. Interception, Fillmore Central. What a play by Trevor Roach.
That's a good catch. Went down to catch that near the ground. That's a great job. And that's what Fillmore Central needed. You'd had to have the big play. They get it on the defensive side. Carter Jansen, that's a rare mistake. He does not throw very many interceptions.
Wow.
You just want to, you go ahead and tell him to take that sack. You don't want to turn it over when you've got the game under control like you had a moment ago.
Trevor Roach's 3rd interception that leads the Panthers, who have new life now, but they need to find a way to finish a drive. They've got it 1st and 10 in Norfolk Catholic territory at the 28-yard line. Pitch, they're going to try a trick play. Here's Tweedy looking to throw, has him over the top. It's caught. Touchdown, Fillmore Central. Jaron Tweedy to Cade Cooper, and Fillmore Central's on the board.
Well, I think Coach Eberhard had that. He was just waiting to use this play, and boy, did it work. Great job there by the Panthers for the touchdown. That's exactly what they needed. You get the turnover. That's how they came back last week. Get a turnover and then do something with it. The trick play gets the Panthers back in this ball game.
Lou Tweedy might have been able to run for that. There was nobody from Norfolk Catholic on that side of the field. Now the extra point is up. It is good. Just what the doctor ordered for Fillmore Central. 9:50 to go first half. It's 28-7. You're watching NCN.
To sum up the past 20 years in one word, exceptional. It's one of our core values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us, and our teammates will take us there.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Clausen Brothers Construction. If you're planning to build or remodel, choose Clausen Brothers Construction. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know what games we're televising? Follow us on social media at NCN Sports.
(28-7), 28-yard touchdown pass from Jaron Tweedy, his first touchdown pass of the season to Cade Cooper, his second touchdown reception of the season, and Fillmore Central taking advantage of the turnover. It goes back to the penalty, the interception. Fillmore Central doing what they can to take advantage. Shallow kick received by two different guys. Timmerman ends up taking it. He's out across the 30 and wrestled down there across the 30, the 32-yard line where Norfolk Catholic will take over. Andrew Pfeiffer, the third member of our broadcast crew, on the sidelines. Andrew, take it away.
Not as warm as the start of the game. We're looking at a crisp 42 degrees and dropping. It's expected to probably get down to the mid-30s. But just because Fillmore Central's down 3 scores does not mean that the energy has left the stadium at all, as they are extremely loud, especially after that last score, as the energy will still be there throughout the game, and expect this one to maybe get a little bit chippier here as we go on into the second quarter. Eric and Lou?
All right, thank you, Andrew. Good first down run there. That's Brandon Collars again out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 11. Just a huge hole. That offensive line opening things up.
Yeah, Big Dog's getting it done up front. That's exactly how Norfolk Catholic started the game, running right at Fillmore Central. I think they're going to go back to the basics right now, run the football, make plays on the ground.
From the 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Delayed handoff up the middle. Well-designed play, well blocked, and Max Hammond has a first down. Into Fillmore Central territory at the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 11.
I think something else there that Jansen does well is just is able to maneuver the football there. Good ball fake, and again another hole that just, boy, if you're Fillmore Central, you just can't allow that sort of a gaping hole on that defensive front.
3 running backs in the backfield. This is very much a back-to-basics formation for Norfolk Catholic after their last drive ended in an interception. Now on play action, Jansen has a cavalry of blockers in front of him. Gets the edge, 3 plays, 3 first downs on this drive as Jansen gets in on the act. Out to the 31-yard line and a gain of 11. You know, Lou, Jansen has only thrown 2 interceptions this year. Unfortunately, both of them have been televised.
Yeah.
The other one came against Battle Creek late in that game.
Yeah, that was, that was an interesting play there against Battle Creek that nearly gave Battle Creek a chance to come back and win it. But yeah, only 2 interceptions, and now this is game number 12. That's incredible.
Handoff straight ahead again. Big hit up the middle. That suck up out across the 30 to the across the 25 to the 23. That's an 8-yard gain. Cooper in on the stop, but it'll be 2nd down and 2. Norfolk Catholic really wanting to regain control of this game, Lou, and they're doing it between the tackles.
Yeah, and if Fillmore Central wants to come back, you can't allow 8 yards on first down. You've got to shore up that run-stopping defensive front's got to make plays, and boy, right now Norfolk Catholic kind of having their way up front.
2nd down 2 from the 23. Bit of a double wing set for the Knights here. They'll pitch out of it. Trying to get the edge. Fillmore Central stretches it out pretty well. Collars gets to the 20, though. That should be enough to move the sticks. Hey, folks, stick around for our halftime show. We'll take a look at our highlights presented by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman will help your jewelry dreams come true.
Well, it just feels like certainly a momentum-killing drive if Norfolk Catholic's able to put points on the board. Fillmore Central finally got something positive.
Collars right back at it, bouncing off of defenders, wrestled down by Ash across the 15 to the 14. That's a 6-yard gain.
Well, you know when you're winning up front on the offensive line, when you're getting 6, 7, 8 yards on the ground on first down. That's called dominance up front, and right now Fillmore Central just can't find a way to slow this running game down.
Collars 56 yards on 6 carries, inching ever closer to 1,000 on the year. It is 2nd and 4. From the 13, they give to Collars again. The sidestep gets him the first down. 1st and goal, Norfolk Catholic, right at the 10-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal Knights as the offensive line does the job again.
Again, this Fillmore Central bunch, they've had such a great year as we see Jeff Beller. He and Coach Eberhardt have done very good things with their program. Certainly Coach Beller with multiple state championships. I believe he's trying for his 11th this year. And we'll talk about Coach Eberhardt here in a minute.
Stretch play, right side Collars, stopped at the 7. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And Coach Eberhardt with success before Fillmore Central, and now he's done a great job taking this program and getting it to play for a chance to go to the state championship game. He's really built this program into a winner.
Won a state championship at Wilcox-Hildreth in 6-man in 2018, then took over at Fillmore Central in his 4th year. 23 wins, 16 losses. Again, this is a program that has not seen a lot of success over the years in football, just their 10th playoff appearance all time as a consolidated program. Jansen not going to get there. Stood up by Stasinus, among others. I believe Turner in there as well. Got to the 5. It'll be 3rd and goal.
This has been an impressive drive for Norfolk Catholic. Can you end this drive with points? This could play a long way into how this game ends. If Norfolk Catholic's able to score here, makes it very difficult for Fillmore Central to come back. If Fillmore Central can stop them here and maintain that momentum they got a moment ago, they'll certainly have a chance.
Hammond and Core split to the left. They get it to Hammond. He's going to throw it.
Wow.
And Norfolk Catholic says anything you can do, we can do too. A halfback pass from Hammond to Sam Spidell, and Norfolk Catholic, an impressive drive, wraps up with a touchdown.
Watch this pass, a little bit of Tim Tebow there.
Yeah.
Just a jump pass into the end zone to an open Spidell. My goodness. Both teams opening up the playbook here on the last couple of possessions.
Hammond on for the extra point. Hammond known for catching touchdowns. He throws one there. Sam Spidell, 2nd of the season, and Norfolk Catholic extends their lead with 5:08 to go in the half. It's 35-7, Knights leading. You're watching NCN.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
At Norfolk Catholic School, our students are given the opportunity to thrive in today's society.
We teach children respect of self and others.
We prepare students to be effective, productive future leaders.
Here at Norfolk Catholic, our students excel in a small school environment that fosters excellence in the classroom and in extracurricular activities.
We set higher standards for student achievement and help them succeed.
Norfolk Catholic School, an apostolate of Sacred Heart Parish, walking with you to meet Jesus.
Well, it figures. You run a drive where you're averaging about 6-7 yards a carry, all run plays, then you finish it up with a wide receiver pass for a touchdown. If that doesn't illustrate how hard it is to stop this Norfolk Catholic offense, I don't know what does. Bit of a bobble. This is going to affect Fillmore Central's field position as they will stop on the opposite side of the 20 once again. Well, the only thing that stopped Norfolk Catholic tonight is themselves. The interception that led to the Fillmore Central touchdown. Other than that, every other drive has ended in a touchdown for Norfolk Catholic.
Well, I think you saw in that drive that Norfolk Catholic felt like they could run the ball against Fillmore Central, and they certainly did that. They started the ball game running against the Panthers, and in that drive, it was pretty much all running plays until that touchdown. And that's kind of bread and butter for Norfolk Catholic. And Not something that Fillmore Central is used to having happen to them. They've just not been able to slow down Norfolk Catholic at all tonight.
From the 17-yard line, Stassen is pressured. Fennessy's got him in his sights. Stassen gets it away. It's caught for the first down. Great play on the rollout. Luke Kimbrough pulls it down. That's first down yardage for Fillmore Central. Great play by Stasnis.
Yeah, Stasnis keeps the play alive, rolls to his right. Good pressure by Fennessy, but Stasnis gets it off. He finds his man Kimbrough for that first down. We talked about that. Can Fillmore Central make plays through the air? I think they're going to have to tonight. That certainly was a big one there for that first down.
19-yard gain. First completion for Stassinis tonight. His halfback has a touchdown pass this evening. From the 36, the pitch near side, that's Roach. Has a cutback lane, but that's just into the teeth of the second level of the Norfolk Catholic defense. Collars makes the stop. Gain of a couple. It'll be second down.
You're saying Collars made the caller on that play?
Absolutely. Second leading tackler on the team. Well, he and Mason Widener, that middle linebacking crew. You find me a better linebacking tandem, I don't know, C1 or C2? I don't know you could find one. Those two are incredible.
Yeah, they're very, very good. Very productive guys. They both run well, tackle well.
Stasnis has it break down too high. Incomplete, looking for Tweedy. Over the middle, it'll be 3rd and 8. They're in the second quarter, still 7-0. Ord leading U10 in the other C2 semifinal. Congratulations to Wahoo. The other game you saw earlier today on News Channel Nebraska, the Warriors advanced to the state championship final again, a 21-0 victory over Sydney. Congrats to the Red Raiders, by the way. What a season for Sydney. Their deepest playoff run in 30 years ends in Saunders County this evening.
Ended Pierce's reign as well.
That they did. 3rd and 8. Looking deep over the middle. Bobbled. Almost intercepted. Clayton Carney had both hands on that pass. Was intended for Tweedy, but Fillmore Central will have to punt.
It looked almost like Carney maybe jumped it just a little too soon, but you're right, had both hands on it. Now that was good. He just didn't catch it, but stops Fillmore Central now, who is 0 for 5 on 3rd down. And it appears Norfolk Catholic is going to get it back. We'll see if Fillmore Central tries anything like a fake punt here.
Cade Cooper caught the touchdown pass as the punter. He'll put a leg into it. Good high kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 30-yard line. So that's a 32-yard punt, no return. Norfolk Catholic takes over 1st and 10 at the 30. Hey, folks, we had college football coming your way one more time this fall on NCN tomorrow. Always fun when you get the latest in the Hastings-Doane rivalry. It's tomorrow afternoon here on NCN, live from Crete, Nebraska. Hastings and Doane here on NCN. Special Veterans Day broadcast. Of course, we've also got the VFW Veterans Dance tomorrow evening on Norfolk Catholic, on NCN, I should say, as Norfolk Catholic gets the ball. That will be 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Oh, the swing pass right side caught in traffic. Boy, good concentration by Hayden Kelly.
Yeah.
That could have been disastrous because I think that ball was going backwards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that was right down the line of scrimmage. That could have been a pass or a lateral. Kelly does a good job to hang on, catching that in traffic.
Kelly's second reception this evening. Caught a 19-yard touchdown pass earlier. And it'll be 2nd and 7. 3 receivers split wide. Jansen will hand off to the single setback. Oh, look at that strong running, getting a couple of extra yards out to the 39. Gain of 6, setting up a 3rd and short. That was Timmerman, the sophomore. And it'll be 3rd down and a yard for Norfolk Catholic.
Yeah, that's right where Norfolk Catholic wants to be.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage, they hand off. Collars, left side, 1st down. Gain of 3. And Norfolk Catholic moves. Boy, they're keeping the chain gang busy when they've got it on offense.
Yeah, they've been very good on 3rd down tonight. That is 4 for 5 on 3rd down for Norfolk Catholic, 80%. You'll take that any day of the week.
First and 10 from the 42. Jansen will keep it on the draw play. He's got some room. He's so good you don't know if it's designed or not, is the thing. Sometimes I feel like he just sees that middle open and takes off, gets 8 at second and short.
Well, he has such good acceleration for a quarterback. I mean, when he takes off, he has got some speed. Shows it right there. Gets a nice gain, 8 yards on first down.
Second and 2, quickly to the line again. Norfolk Catholic, a flag is in. Maybe a little too quickly to the line. I think they had some motion before the snap, or somebody lined up incorrectly. So that'll take a first down off the board. It is indeed the illegal procedure call. So second and 2 becomes second and 7.
Yeah, I don't think guys got set on that, but boy, Norfolk Catholic in a situation, I don't know that any of us thought that we would be talking about the possibility of a running clock to start the third quarter. But if they get a touchdown and an extra point here, they'd be up 35. The third quarter would start with that continuous clock.
They will not have continuous clock in Ord, but the Chanticleers have extended their lead. It's 14-0, Ord leading U10 as they head to the break. On second and 7, on play action, there's the pressure from behind. That's Jackson Turner. Folks, if you watched the Fillmore Central game against Hastings St. Cecilia earlier this year that we did here on NCN's Norfolk Catholic burns a timeout, you saw this young man make all kinds of defensive plays. He is a good one, and he showed it there on that sack.
Yeah, he's got a nose for the football. You talk about foot speed there. That's a great job by the big fella to run him down from behind and make that negative play.
His third sack of the season. Again, that's a young man who came into tonight with 11 tackles for loss. I think that's maybe the most shocking thing of this game is, 35 points by Norfolk Catholic. Okay, they can do that type of thing. But against a defense that has given up just 9 points a game, 100, this is a great defense that Fillmore Central has had. And it's not like they played a super easy schedule. They shut out Hastings St. Cecilia. They beat Wilbur Claytonia 16-6, beat the Wolverines twice. Beat them 35-13 the first time, an impressive win over Malcolm last week. Yeah, this defense just hasn't seen anything like Norfolk Catholic.
Yeah, this is a good football team. Only 101 points given up all year. Now 35 in the first half from Norfolk Catholic.
Another score from Northeast Nebraska. They're at the half in Knox County. Crofton and Exeter Milligan Friend tied at 14 in a D1 semifinal. Pass far sideline, that's caught, stayed in bounds, got the first down, and then an extra 15 coming. They're going to get Stasnis for the late hit out of bounds, the unsportsmanlike. It's a 19-yard pitch and catch, but Norfolk Catholic will be getting more.
Well, I think you're seeing some frustration now with that penalty, but there you go. That's what Jansen does well. And how about Hayden Kelly having a ball game here tonight? That's a big catch. And then the tackle out of bounds a little bit, and maybe a little bit of frustration to tackle him that far out of bounds, or just didn't know where you were on the field. But certainly Fillmore Central's got to feel some frustration the way this game is going. And boy, Norfolk Catholic's trying to put the ball game away before halftime.
Another score in Northeast Nebraska. They're at the half in Wynot Class D2 semifinal. Wynot leading Howells Dodge 8-0. Draw play here, Timmerman up the middle. Pinballs off of some defenders, gets across the 20 down to the 19-yard line. Timmerman gains 7. After the 15-yard penalty, move them closer to the end zone. Down to 1:05 to go in the half. Norfolk Catholic still 2 timeouts. And like you said, Lou, the touchdown here all but ends this game at the half.
Yeah, Norfolk Catholic, again, as you said, at 2 timeouts left. They've got plenty of time.
They're going end zone here. Did he hold on to it? He did. What a catch by Clayton Carney. Jansen drops the dime. Carney holds it in from 19 yards out, and Norfolk Catholic is in the end zone again.
Well, Carney shows what good hands he has. Dropped an interception earlier. He caught a really tough punt after that, and then that catch for the touchdown. Good receivers on this team. Carney's one of them. And my goodness, who would have thunk it? Possibly with the extra point, 42-7 at halftime.
Hammond's kick is up. It is good. He is 6 for 6 on point afters tonight. And with 46 seconds to go, we'll keep it here. 42-7. Norfolk Catholic in a state semifinal.
Yeah,
you just don't see this happen in semifinals.
Norfolk Catholic has gotten, we talk about that a lot, about how are you playing at the end of the season. Norfolk Catholic is playing about as well as you can play the game of football the last several weeks. You already mentioned the scores down the stretch, just in the playoffs, 42-12 over Aquinas first round, 55-7 over Kearney Catholic.
Who beat Battle Creek, by the way, the week before.
Yeah, so these guys are playing at such a high level. It's not a knock on Fillmore Central at all. It's more of a praise to how Norfolk Catholic has just raised their game. I guess it helps to have a guy named Jeff Beller down there.
Turns out he's a pretty good football coach.
Who would have thunk it, huh?
Lou, you and I have covered a lot of Norfolk Catholic teams over the years. Even by their incredibly lofty standards, this is a team that stands out.
Yeah, I think this might be, the way they're playing right now, I think this might be the best Norfolk Catholic team I have seen. And there have been some really, really good ones, but this team is playing at such a high level.
Looking to win their second straight state championship. They've won 24 in a row. Now Fillmore Central needs points before the half to avoid the continuous clock to start the second half. If you're talking about, the Norfolk Catholic teams that you compare to of recent memory, it's the team that won 32 in a row, right? That won the 2010, 11, and 12 state championships. That 2011 team was pretty darn good too. They've had some incredible teams over the years. But again, like I said, by that standard, this is a team that stands out among them as certainly among the best.
Well, you're right. They've had so many great teams. This team, you try to figure out what a weakness could possibly be. It's tough to figure it out at this point. They're doing everything on all three levels very, very well, and that just that makes them very much a championship team.
Fillmore Central just going to keep things on the ground. Trevor Roach gets a yard. So Norfolk Catholic will have the continual clock going when we start the second half. We've played 2 quarters, and I don't know that you could see a team playing higher caliber championship football than Norfolk Catholic right now. It's 42-7 at the half. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Carlson Irrigation, your Rinky dealer in Shickley, and by Fortify Group Real Estate and Insurance in Geneva, Shickley, and Davenport.
Drive with purpose and arrive in style when you purchase your next vehicle at Woodhouse Chevy. With advanced capabilities and safety features, the Chevy lineup puts you in a position to upgrade your ride and keep moving with confidence. Choose from a variety of models equipped with a spacious, detail-focused interior and distinctively modern exterior. Purchasing your next vehicle at Woodhouse Chevy is an easy choice. Shop our current offers and inventory today and find new roads, in-store or online with Woodhouse Chevy.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Complete Floors, Norfolk's choice for commercial and epoxy flooring, transforming spaces one floor at a time. And brought to you in part by Cornerstone Bank, member FDIC.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for a winning play to make your game day complete? Look no further than Speedy Mart, your family-owned neighborhood convenience store. Score big with the wide range of snacks, drinks, and fuel for the road that will keep the whole crew cheering. And here's the kicker. Our friendly atmosphere and convenient location make every visit a slam dunk. So rally the family and head to Speedy Mart for the ultimate game day experience.
Do you know when the worst time to find out your sump pump isn't working? The day you need it. At John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, we're offering a $59 sump pump inspection, so you won't have to find a watery surprise in your basement after a storm. For just $59, our licensed and experienced service professionals will examine your sump pump, inspecting its major components to ensure your sump pump is ready and working when you need it most. Hurry, this offer won't last long. John Henry's, serving your family since 1996.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said,
It wasn't, but this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By You Save Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zellner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer. NCN Sports is brought to you by Aloe. You deserve the fiber things in life. Aloe Fiber. And by News Channel Nebraska. Follow at NCN Sports for highlights, interviews, rankings, and our broadcast schedule.
It's 2023. Bad internet shouldn't be a thing. FYI, coax and satellite internet are vintage. Stop settling for lagging, buffering, and freezing. Switch to Aloe Fiber and enjoy speeds up to 1 gig across multiple devices, 24/7 local customer support, no data caps. Fiber your internet with Aloe. Visit aloefiber.com/FYI.
At Norfolk Catholic School, our students are given the opportunity to thrive in today's society.
One of the things I think we take a lot of pride in is we all work together in this very big family atmosphere.
We provide a safe and welcoming environment for all and prepare students to be effective, productive citizens and future leaders.
We have a 99% high school graduate rate.
Us working together gives the greatest opportunity for success for each and every one of our students.
Norfolk Catholic School, walking with you to meet Jesus.
Halftime in Norfolk. Boy, I tell you what, you look around the state of Nebraska, you see the scores that are happening, a lot of close games, and then this semifinal game has just been pure domination on the part of the top seed. 42-7, Norfolk Catholic with the lead over Fillmore Central. Alongside Lou Seifgram, Eric McKay, Norfolk Catholic outgaining Fillmore Central 267-68. As you look at our halftime highlights, those are brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Lou, Norfolk Catholic came out a team focused, ready to go, and they're making all kinds of great plays, but the dominance in the trenches offensively and defensively has been the difference tonight.
Yeah, no question about it. Norfolk Catholic has really slowed down this running attack from Fillmore Central. They've not been able to run the ball. They've not been able to put together drives offensively. And then they've been able to kind of have their way running the football. Now you see a touchdown pass there to Kelly. 3 touchdown passes in the first half for Norfolk Catholic and 2 from Jansen at the quarterback spot. They've just done, as we said before, they've just kind of done everything well. That's the one mistake that Jansen made that set up the trick play for Fillmore Central. You're going to see it here. The trickeration for the touchdown pass, Tweedy to Cooper.
That got Fillmore Central on the board, and then, what makes a team a championship caliber team is how they respond. After Norfolk Catholic faces a little bit of adversity, they dominate, they run it between the tackles, get it inside the 5, and then go with a wide receiver pass for the touchdown. Sam Spidell from Max Hammond there.
Yeah, they went back to the running game, and then there's the pass to Carney, another touchdown pass, three in that first half for Norfolk Catholic. As dominant as they were in the running games, sometimes that sets up those situations. Had man-to-man coverage there and took advantage of it. Wow, 42-7, halftime. That's an amazing score. I would not have guessed we'd be looking at a possibility of a running clock, a continuous clock to start the third quarter.
97 yards through the air for Norfolk Catholic, 170 on the ground. More halftime show coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Clausen Brothers Construction. If you're planning to build or remodel, choose Clausen Brothers Construction. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know what games we're televising? Follow us on social media at NCN Sports.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Carlson Irrigation, your Rinky dealer in Shickley, and by Fortify Group Real Estate and Insurance in Geneva, Shickley, and Davenport.
A partner in your everyday since 1975. Woodhouse.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Complete Floors, Norfolk's choice for commercial and epoxy flooring, transforming spaces one floor at a time. And brought to you in part by Cornerstone Bank, member FDIC.
Fuel your journey by starting at a Speedy Mart store near you. From the small communities in Nebraska to the larger cities, the staff at Speedy Marts are ready to serve you with food, fuel, and rewards. Save 5 cents per gallon with the Fuel Your Journey fill-up plus additional bonus savings. Download the app for mobile pay, offering customers the highest quality branded food and treats, fresh, ready, and convenient. Check out SpeedyMart.com for locations and job opportunities.
Halftime in Norfolk, 42-7. Norfolk Catholic with the lead over Fillmore Central. At the break, Knights will get the ball to start the second half. A lot of talented high school seniors in this game, and there are a lot of talented high school seniors all over the state of Nebraska. And if you are one of them or you know someone who is, we need high school seniors to apply now for the United Healthcare Future of Nebraska Scholarship. We're talking $5,000 scholarships that are going to be awarded to 5 high school seniors. And here's the deal. A lot of great students out there that are getting 4.0s. That's great, and we encourage all students to apply. But if your grade point average isn't the best, we still want you to apply, because here's what we're looking for. We're looking for kids who demonstrate leadership, the kids who are creating the positive impacts in their school and their community, the kids who are out volunteering on the weekends and after school, the kids who are the philanthropists, the community leaders, the ones who are in the extracurricular activities. Regardless of grade point average, we want to hear from you. Visit newschannelnebraska.com and apply for the Future of Nebraska Scholarship with United Healthcare. You have to do so by December 1st.
Yeah, I was the only guy in my school that ever got an F-. I had a negative grade point average. You said seniors. You meant high school seniors, not seniors like me.
No, this is not an AARP scholarship. We're looking for high school seniors to apply, and I encourage you to do so. newschannelnebraska.com. Well, we're starting with continuous clock and Norfolk Catholic with the ball. Look, stranger things have happened, but you can almost slide Norfolk Catholic over to that championship game. Still a lot to be decided out in central Nebraska. Ord has just started the second half. They're up on UTAN 14-0. Boy, how about Ord, by the way? One of the more underrated programs, I think, in the last 4 or 5 years. They have had deep playoff runs. They are no stranger to Norfolk Catholic in the postseason. They've kind of bounced around C1 and C2 and have seen success all over the place. And the Chanticleer is a half away from another trip to a state championship game.
Yeah, and if it's Ord and Norfolk Catholic, that would be a rematch from way back in the first week of September, where Norfolk Catholic won 31-14.
Ord a very different team now, though, I think. They have really improved. They're playing some good football right now. We'll keep our eye on that score. I know some other Northeast Nebraska games are going. Boone Central and Ashland Greenwood have just kicked off in Class C1. The winner of that gets Wahoo in the state title game. Stanton has just gone ahead of Sandy Creek. They're playing that game down in Fairfield, Nebraska, which, by the way, if you've never seen a game there, Fairfield has a really cool midfield digital scoreboard on the opposite side. So everybody in the stands can see straight across the field. It is a really cool setup for a football game. Stanton with a 6-0 lead there early on. So we'll keep our eye on what's going on around the state of Nebraska, and, of course, keep our eye on what's going on here at Veterans Memorial Field, where it's 42-7. Norfolk Catholic second half. Next, you're watching News Channel Nebraska.
We do have a makerspace. We have dedicated spaces for different groups. So what we're looking at in this room is the adult reading room. It's not technically a room that closes, has a two-sided fireplace. It's designated as the only room where things need to be a little bit on the quiet side. We have a dedicated teen room and teen study room. And we also have the kinetic technology room, which is also known as a makerspace. We have meeting rooms, different varying sizes, and those turned out to be very popular. With the gig economy, people coming in and work, everything is high-tech. All the rooms have the latest technology to do Zoom calls and things like that.
Thank you for joining us on this installment of Do You Know Nebraska, which was made possible by Crete Area Medical Center, Colgan of Crete, Crete Ace Hardware, and Ken's You Save Pharmacy in Crete.
Join us next time as we explore the state we call home. Do You Know Nebraska can be viewed by visiting newschannelnebraska.com.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By You Save Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zellner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
At Norfolk Catholic School, our students are given the opportunity to thrive in today's society.
One of the things I think we take a lot of pride in is we all work together in this very big family atmosphere.
We provide a safe and welcoming environment for all and prepare students to be effective, productive citizens and future leaders.
We have a 99% high school graduate rate.
Us working together gives the greatest opportunity for success for each and every one of our students.
Norfolk Catholic School, walking with you to meet Jesus.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
Getting set for the start of the second half here at Veterans Memorial Field in Norfolk. Norfolk Catholic with the ball. This could be a quick half unless Fillmore Central can get a stop and a score quickly. The 35-point continual clock rule will be in effect as we start the second half of a Class C2 semifinal game. It's been a long time since I can think of a semifinal that saw continuous clock. Meanwhile, Ord is extending their lead. They open the second half with a touchdown pass. How about Ord 21, UTAN nothing in the other C2 semifinal? The Chanticleer is impressive over UTAN so far.
Yeah, Ord is looking good. I thought that game would be very, very close.
Yeah.
UTAN has been playing so well, but that's another impressive score. So if scores hold, we may have a rematch in the state championship game from that game earlier this year between Norfolk Catholic and Ord. For that to not happen, if Fillmore Central wants to come back, you've got to make a play and make it quickly.
Yep.
Because Norfolk Catholic, even if Norfolk Catholic doesn't score, even if they don't get a first down, you get a lot of time that runs off of the clock. I don't expect Jeff Beller is going to have his team throw the ball too awful much here in this. Here's an onside kick.
Fillmore Central tried the onside kick. It's still loose. Who's got it? It is indeed Fillmore Central football. Well, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Now you got to get points.
Chase Myers comes up with it, but Fillmore Central will start the second half with the ball.
Yeah, that's a great job. That's a great bounce. That is just a great job to get it there. Norfolk Catholic player was unable to field it, and Panthers came up with it. But that's the exact bounce you want. You want to get that ball to bounce high, give your guys a chance to go get it. Great execution there for Fillmore Central. Now, again, you've got to be able to put points on the board and do it fairly quickly to get that clock shut off.
From the 44-yard line, the Panthers will start 1st and 10. It's Roach, left side, gets a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 8. We'll take you down to the sidelines. Andrew Pfeiffer, the third member of our broadcast crew. Andrew?
Well, we have officially hit the 35-point marker, having that be a running clock for the second half. But as Fillmore Central was coming out of the tunnel, you could hear the support from the fans who have yet to have left the bleachers, even though being down as much as they are. And they're just saying, hey, go out, have fun, and play your best football. The energy is still there. And, of course, with that onside kick, there is still a little bit of momentum for this team. Eric?
All right, thank you, Andrew. Yeah, I mean, great crowd over there. That's a long drive from Geneva to Norfolk. I talked about that with Coach Gabe Eberhardt this week. The community support, look, again, they have not seen a lot of football success. Regardless of what happens here tonight, this is a special group of guys at Fillmore Central, and there's a sense, I think, in that community that Coach Eberhardt's building something. They might be building a program down there in South Central Nebraska. Here's a trick play. Little double reverse, and Cooper drops it. He's got to go back and get it at midfield. Loses 10. It'll be 3rd and real long.
That's unfortunate. Trying to get another trick play. I think he might have been looking to throw that one again, and drops the football. So now it's going to be 4th and a long way. In the first half, Fillmore Central 0 for 5 on 3rd downs, now 0 for 6. And now 4th and 16, you're down 35.
Throw caution to the wind.
Why not?
What wind there is. There really isn't much here. But 4 receivers split wide. Trevin Stassinis, one of the seniors on this squad, in the gun. Looking deep, hit as he threw it over the middle, intercepted. It's Hayden Kelly again.
Wow.
Mr. Turnover.
Yeah.
Norfolk Catholic has forced 3 turnovers, and Hayden Kelly has all of them. A fumble recovery and now 2 interceptions for the Knights.
Well, the word turnover has not been a good word in Nebraska this football season, but for Norfolk Catholic and for Hayden Kelly, it's been fantastic. 2 interceptions and a steal of a fumble recovery. Wow, he's done a great job playing that safety position. He's just back there being a ball hawk. And that might have been Fillmore Central's last chance.
That's his 7th interception this year, folks. Hayden Kelly, just a junior, one of the best defensive cover men in the state of Nebraska. Now Norfolk Catholic to the ground. It's Collars. Collars is 22 yards away from 1,000 as we start the second half. Now he's 21 yards away as he gets a yard there.
Again, I don't think it would serve Norfolk Catholic much at this point to put the ball in the air very often. Now, even incomplete passes, the clock keeps running.
Yep.
But I think the way they've run the football in that first half, you've got the 35-point lead. I think you're going to see a lot of running plays here this rest of this second half for Norfolk Catholic.
2nd and 9 from the 43. Jansen gives it to Hammond on a bit of a counter play up the middle. Fake the handoff to the fullback, give it to one of the setbacks. That's Hammond into Fillmore Central territory at the 46. An 11-yard gain and a first down.
That play has worked very well for Norfolk Catholic tonight. We've seen it 2 or 3 times. And each time they've been able to gouge Fillmore Central for good yards. That clock just keeps ticking away right now.
1st and 10 from the Fillmore Central 46. Collar splits in motion. Jansen will hand off to the fullback. Bouncing off defenders across the 45 to the 42-yard line is Trevin Suckup. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Well, again, it's not going to be the way Fillmore Central wanted this ball game to go, but kind of uncharted territory right now for Fillmore Central in the state semifinals. You mentioned that a moment ago with Coach Eberhardt building something here. It's sometimes you take a step as you go. They took a big step this year.
Great play in the backfield there. That's Jackson Turner again. Boy, really impressed with this linebacker. The senior, likely playing his last game tonight, stops Collars for a gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're starting a Class C2 team, I think Turner would be a guy that you'd certainly have your eyes on. He is a playmaker out there for the Panthers.
Yeah, his is a name that'll probably find its way onto some all-state rosters in a month or so. Clayton Carney split wide to the right. It's 3rd and 5. I formation behind Jansen. The pitch, Collars, first down. Great blocking out in front of him. Collars lowers the shoulder across the 30. To the 25-yard line, a gain of 16 and a first down for Norfolk Catholic.
Well, you can't have a good offensive unit if you don't block well. It's not just the offensive line, although they're great blockers. Look at Suckup out there taking his man out of the play. That really allowed that Collars run to be even more than it probably would have been without that block. That's a good job. Great blocking there by Trevin Suckup.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line of Fillmore Central, already halfway home in this 3rd quarter. New quarterback in for Norfolk Catholic. They'll hand off. Got some new players in there. As I believe that's Timmerman. You've got Callan Marshall, the sophomore, in at quarterback for Norfolk Catholic. Timmerman gets a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Correction, that was Carter Fisher, I believe. No, that was indeed Timmerman. I wasn't expecting to go this deep on the depth chart in the semifinal.
Yeah, not in the 3rd quarter probably, huh? But again, that's where these programs like Norfolk Catholic, you play so many guys in so many games. Guys get such great reps. You got guys playing in the 3rd quarter of a state semifinal game.
Timmerman again, dancing between defenders. Forward progress will get him the 21. It'll be 3rd down and about 6.
Jackson Turner again on that tackle. I wondered who that was that was tackling my car as I pulled in the parking lot, but I'm pretty sure it was Jackson Turner.
It's just instinct for the young man. Just finds whatever's moving and wraps it up. Give him a yard, it'll be 3rd and 7. Fisher is split wide to the right. Carter Fisher, 2 tight ends. I formation on 3rd and 7. A handoff to the fullback. We got guys wearing 70 carrying the football out across the 20 to the 17-yard line. That is number 79, who is not even on my roster sheet. That's how deep in the depth chart we are going.
Like I said at the start of the game, you got to slow down number 79.
When number 79's carrying the football, you're either in a blowout or in a football game in 1928.
Well, something happened there that hasn't happened much all game. Norfolk Catholic did not pick up a 3rd down. They were 6 of 7 on 3rd down going into that last play.
4th down and 2. They'll hand off. Timmerman tripped up. I don't think he got it. And guess who? Jackson Turner making the stop again.
No way.
I'll tell you what, that young man is a good one. He stopped Timmerman shy of 1st down yardage, and Fillmore Central will take over on offense.
Well, there you go. We get the stop. Now you've got to try to put points on the board. But the clock's still ticking away. This game now it's academic. Norfolk Catholic, barring a miracle, is going to win this thing. But at least take away a positive there. You get the stop, and you try to put some points on the board and slow that clock down.
Hand off to the outside. That's Roach catching the edge. Trevor Roach, a sophomore. He'll be back for this Fillmore Central team next year. Very nice run there. That's 1st down yardage. Out to the 18-yard line for Fillmore Central. Sorry, the 28-yard line after a gain of 11. That play right there, the longest run play of the night for Fillmore Central.
Yeah, that's been the big difference, really. Fillmore Central likes to run the ball. They like to play physically up front, but they have been out physical tonight by Norfolk Catholic.
There's some good physical running. Breaking tackle, still churning out across the 35. The 41-yard line, that's Luke Kimbrough, the senior fullback, getting his best gain of the night, a 13-yarder.
That's what you call a want-to run.
Absolutely.
He was not going to come down. Norfolk Catholic did everything they could. He broke about 3 or 4 tackles and got the 1st down.
UTAN has scored. They're in the 3rd quarter. Ord 21, UTAN 7. Winner of that game will play Norfolk Catholic. Kimbrough gets about 3 yards there. And it'll be 2nd and 7. The 2nd down 7. We'll split 3 receivers wide. Trevin Stasinus, little flip play. Backfield pass, nice move in the open field by Kimbrough, the fullback. Showing some shake and bake into Norfolk Catholic territory at the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 13.
Well, don't tell Luke Kimbrough this ball game's over. That's 2 really good runs. That time off the shuttle pass there and gets the another 1st down for the Panthers.
Yeah, they'll try that little shovel pass again. That'll help the completion percentage. A couple of shovel passes. That one goes for 2. In there on the stop for Norfolk Catholic, Tyson Reisinger. We've got our crack production crew trying to look up the last running clock 11-man semifinal game. We did have a game on here in NCN in 2019, Pearson Adams Central. Pierce ended up winning that game, I believe, by 35. Yeah. That was a running clock game. And that one was even more shocking. That was a game that coming into it, we were thinking would be an all-timer. And, boy, Pierce just came out and dominated that one.
And a lot of people thought Adams Central might be able to beat Pierce, but that was not the case. Pierce, actually, the championship game that was a shocking one when
Running
Wahoo
clock.
beat them.
Yeah, running
shut
clock
them
in the
out.
state championship game.
Yep.
Wahoo now will be trying for a state championship as they won earlier today. Game you saw here on NCN. Good run by Stasness on 3rd and 7. He gets out across the 40 to 35-yard line. There is a flag down. I think this one's going to come back.
It's going to be a hold, it appears.
That is indeed the case. So nice run by Stasness. Taken off the board, and it'll be 3rd and long for Fillmore Central. We have reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Norfolk Catholic is 12 minutes away from their 25th consecutive victory. They're up big after 3. You're watching NCN.
Fuel your journey by starting at a Speedy Mart store near you. From the small communities in Nebraska to the larger cities, the staff at Speedy Marts are ready to serve you with food, fuel, and rewards. Save 5 cents per gallon with the Fuel Your Journey fill-up plus additional bonus savings. Download the app for mobile pay, offering customers the highest quality branded food and treats, fresh, ready, and convenient. Check out SpeedyMart.com for locations and job opportunities.
Now the Norfolk Catholic Knights, as advertised, and then some, 42-7. They lead Fillmore Central as we get set to start the 4th quarter alongside Lou Siefker, Andrew Pfeiffer on the sidelines. I'm Eric McKay. Coach Jeff Beller still coaching them up. Although it's assistant coach, I believe that's Tim Kastmeyer in there with the defense. One of the underrated aspects, you can't be a great coach without great assistants. And Coach Jeff Beller's had a lot of really good ones over the years. Tim Kastmeyer's been by his side for a long time on those sidelines.
Yep. Pretty good girls basketball coach.
Absolutely. He's got a state championship to his credit.
It's about that time. We're getting close to basketball season.
We're like 2 weeks away. So
Isn't that
2 or
crazy?
3 weeks away from the high school basketball season starting. By the way, we will have state championship football on NCN next week. We'll talk about that in a second here. As Stasness looks deep, incomplete, playing in traffic as he tried to get it downfield to Cade Cooper, and it's going to be 4th down and a whole bunch from midfield. So the 6-man state championship game is a week from tonight at Cope Field out in Kearney. It has been our pleasure to bring that game to you every year out at UNK's campus. Fantastic game, the 6-man football game. If you've not seen it, it is an entertaining one, and we will have that championship game for you. I've been keeping our eye on things. Wilcox Hildreth was leading the top seed Sumner Eddyville Miller. At last check, Hay Springs has already advanced. They beat Parkview Christian earlier today. All right, 4th and long, heaving it down the sideline, incomplete. Great effort by Roach on the sideline, but couldn't get his foot down, and Norfolk Catholic will take over.
Stasness did a good job to scramble away and then almost got his man there. Watch this as he's slinging away. And he finds his man just a little bit out of bounds was Roach. Good job to catch the football, but just ran out of room there.
So Norfolk Catholic will take over 1st and 10. Quick update, Sumner Eddyville Miller has taken the lead. They're leading Wilcox Hildreth 28-6 after 3. So it'll be Hay Springs against the winner of that game in the 6-man state championship game here on News Channel Nebraska next Friday. From midfield. Okay, we got to figure out who this number 79 is. He carried the ball for a loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd down. That is Gage Yostin. He's wearing a new number tonight.
Yeah.
We've seen Gage Yostin carry the football for Norfolk Catholic before, but not wearing number 79.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's going to wear that number next year, probably. A good young football player, Gage Yostin.
Yeah, they have 2 sophomores in their backfield in Gage Yostin and Nathan Timmerman that are going to be terrifying for defenses for a long, long time. 2nd and 11 for Norfolk Catholic. Pitch off the left side. Good swarming defense by Fillmore Central there. That's Will Brockhouse, the 130-pound freshman. Lost a yard. It'll be 3rd and 12. Blake Nunn, one of the seniors on this Fillmore Central roster, making the play.
It was certainly an unusual semifinal game. Might be the quickest semifinal game I've ever been part of.
Yeah, there are games that have just kicked off in like Class A. They are just going, still in the first quarter. And this one, I hope they're ready back at the studio to come back a little early in Norfolk. It's Luke Stera. He'll be ready. He's always ready. That guy's ready for anything. 3rd and long. Look out. Pressure from all over the place. Passes away. Dropped. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down. Pass trying to flare it out of the backfield was Oliver Daniel. And it'll be 4th and 12.
Yeah, Daniel didn't catch the football. I don't think that would have been a first down anyway. Has had a lot of defenders bearing down on him. But even with the continuous clock, the incomplete pass, the clock continues to run. So,
how deep is Norfolk Catholic? They have a backup punter. Nolan Fennessy is not in to punt it away, the normal punter. It's Will Brockhouse who's going to punt it away.
And the football is glad that Fennessy is not out there kicking. Because
Fennessy is abusive to football, averaging over 40 yards a punt. He's only had to do it like 10 times this year. Oh, look out, bad snap. This could be trouble. Brockhouse just going to try to scramble and make the best of it, but he's brought down the 22-yard line. That's a loss of 26. Now, Fillmore Central can end this running clock. They got a short field here and a chance to get within 35 points.
Well, you'd certainly like to, end the season on a positive note. That's a tough snap there. Brockhouse could do nothing but try to pick it up and run. But really good field position for Fillmore Central. As you mentioned, try to shut that clock down.
Did you see who finished off that play, by the way? It's Jackson Turner again. He might get credited with every tackle tonight. Little screen pass out of the backfield, out across the 20, down to the 18-yard line. That's Trevor Roach out of the backfield from Stasness.
Turner was credited with 88 tackles coming into this game. I think he has 88 tonight.
It feels like it. He is in double figures and then some. Be 2nd down and 6 after that gain of 4. Again, at last check, Ord was leading UTAN 21-7. On play action, Stasness, the rollout, throws it late over the middle. That's a turnover almost every time, and it's Gage Yostin. Doesn't matter what number he's wearing, young man's going to make plays. Yostin's first INT of the season.
Don't you hate it when a guy wearing 79 picks you off? Gage Yostin, no. He's no average.
Not a lot of 79s that can move like that, though.
He's no average 79.
210-pound sophomore, folks. I'm telling you right now, remember the name Gage Yostin. I really think he's going to be a star in high school football.
He would start for a lot of places around the state in Class C2.
So Norfolk Catholic keeps the clock running past the halfway point of the 4th quarter. The pitch, the cutback, straight ahead out to about the 10-yard line goes Caden Nutzman, 140-pound freshman. Gains 3. Sorry, Nutzman. So 2nd down and about 7. Here in our 4th quarter, brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org.
Norfolk Catholic is going to be visiting Lincoln here in
that they will
days.
Be. Always a fun way to start Thanksgiving week. The Monday. Oh, my goodness. Jackson Turner.
Man.
Are there like 3 guys wearing number 53? Look at this hit. My goodness. This young man's a ball player.
Well, if nothing else, I think there might be some college scouts watching this game tonight. They're going to be saying, hey, who's number 53? We need to get that guy on our team.
Jackson Turner is as impressive a linebacker as we have seen this year. Just everywhere defensively. So now 3rd down and 10 after that loss of 3. They'll fake the handoff. Oh, look out. That's trouble. Pass is thrown and intercepted in the end zone. That's a touchdown. Luke Kimbrough pulls it down in the end zone and gets the INTD.
Well, defensive pressure caused that play. Kind of an ill-advised pass. In that situation, you just take the safety. Of course, it's kind of a moot point anyway, but touchdown there for Fillmore Central, and it gets that continual clock to shut off at least for the last 4:23 of the ball game.
On for the extra point is Jawecki. Splits the uprights. How about that? 4:23 to go in the game. Fillmore Central comes up with a big defensive touchdown. Still down 28. You're watching NCN.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams. Financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
Well, you can probably go ahead and book Norfolk Catholic and Ord in the state championship game. They both have 28-point leads right now. They're headed to the fourth and Ord. Ord 35, UTAN 7. So the Chanticleers looking real good in their semifinal.
That's also an impressive win. Both teams, Norfolk Catholic and Ord, playing very well right now.
Kick is away. Ooh, bobbled. Norfolk Catholic will go back and get it from the 1. Breaking a tackle, getting out across the 15 and tumbling across the 20 is Danny Collars, the sophomore. All right, so you got Norfolk Catholic, you got Ord, two teams that have already played each other. Ord's season ended at the hands of Norfolk Catholic last year in the semifinals.
Yeah, two teams that know each other well.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, of Norfolk Catholic's what will now be 25-game win streak, 3 of those wins have come against Ord. Twice in the regular season and once in the semifinals last year. All right, Norfolk Catholic's offense back out there. No continual clock, still the backups in. They give it to the fullback. Up the middle for a couple goes Oliver Daniel. In on the stop, Marky Hendricks, 280-pound senior. This is a senior-laden roster for Fillmore Central, but again, as a timeout is called by Fillmore Central, I think maybe trying to get some subs in. Coach Gabe Eberhardt. I had a chance to talk to him earlier this week, had a great conversation with Coach. It is hard not to leave a conversation with him and feel like they got a good one down there in Geneva. Again, I think this is a program that, you know, it's been a rough go for a long time for Fillmore Central. Their first trip to the semifinals this year. I really think, and Gabe Eberhardt, a guy who has championship pedigree, who's won a state title not too long ago, I think this is a program that could be maybe a bit more of a perennial playoff team in the years ahead.
Yeah, I think he's done a great job with this program. You look at his overall record there, Fillmore Central 23-16, but you throw in 11-0 this year. He has turned that program around, and I love listening to the kids when they talk about, you know, what they did. They got in the weight room, they got stronger, they worked hard, they worked together, and you know that's a credit to Coach Eberhardt and his staff to really get these kids to lock in and be focused. And you've seen the good things that have come from that. This is a good football program now.
Big play in the backfield again. Well, poor Will Brockhouse, he's getting some time, but his runs have all gone in the wrong direction. That's a loss of about 3. It'll be 3rd and 12. Will Brockhouse, 3 carries for -7 yards, and somehow Jackson Turner was not in on that stop.
Yeah, it was Hunter Lukes. He said, that's enough. This one's for me. But he's 230 pounds. That's no small fella out there on that line.
So 3rd down and 12.
See where these guys got in the weight room. There's some big fellas.
Yeah, they are big dudes. from the 18-yard line. And we've got motion.
Got offsides on that left side that caused the motion.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7 now. Don't forget, after the game, we'll talk to the winning head coach, Jeff Beller, our player of the game as well. This is final regular season 11-man football game here on NCN. Our thanks to all the athletic directors and the NSAA and everyone who's helped make yet another successful football season here on News Channel Nebraska. That's a good run there for Caden Nutzman out across the 30 to the 32-yard line, a first down.
Oh, another first down on 3rd down. Norfolk Catholic has done that pretty much all night long. You get it on the ground. It's hard to believe that our football, 11-man football season anyway, is ticking away. The season, it always goes fast.
Really does. Handoff to the fullback. Daniel gets about 4 yards out to the 35-yard line. Again, we got college football tomorrow, Hastings and Doane here on NCN. And the 6-man football championship looks like it's going to be Sumner Eddyville Miller against Hay Springs. SEM has been fantastic all year. The top seed, Hay Springs, maybe a bit of an upset. They took down the defending champs, Parkview Christian, earlier this afternoon. Pitch play up the middle. Nutzman might have lost it for a second. Now a flag comes in at the end of the play. Maybe some extracurricular activity after that 3-yard run. It is indeed a personal foul against Fillmore Central. So that's another 15 yards.
And that's certainly some frustration.
Yep.
It gives Norfolk Catholic the first down off the penalty with 2:02 to go. And Norfolk Catholic now can just kind of run the clock out and make plans for Lincoln. Let's hope the weather continues like it has been lately.
It's been gorgeous.
I mean, it's chilly tonight, but there's very little wind. It's really football weather tonight.
It really is, yeah. Stretch play, Nutzman cuts back inside across the 45 to the 43-yard line. How about this game up in Knox County? They're in the 4th quarter. Crofton has just scored a touchdown. They trail Exeter Milligan Friend. 8:42 to go, 38-32.
Oh, man.
A game that has seen some history. Brecken Schluter of EMF, just an absolute nightmare for defenses. He has 261 yards tonight. He's over 7,000 yards in his career. Just the 5th ever to do that in the state of Nebraska.
And that's 8-man.
8-man. That's an 80-yard field.
That is crazy.
Pitch, left side. Positive yardage here. Good run down the far sideline. First down and more. Out across the 30-yard line goes Brockhouse. Down to the 27-yard line. That's a 17-yard gain. And a flag comes in. I wonder if this one might be coming back.
Looks like it. Holding.
Yeah, it is indeed. Boy, poor Will Brockhouse. So he loses yards on his first 3 carries, springs a 17-yarder, and it's wiped out of the record books. He's going to be the only guy in that locker room upset tonight, I think.
Oh, get a chance to get some carries here in the state semifinal.
So it'll be 2nd and 12. Got a minute, inside of a minute to go. Stretch play, good for 2 or 3 there by Nutzman.
American Class C1, Boone Central and Ashland Greenwood tied at 7, 2nd quarter.
That's a fantastic matchup there. Those 3 teams, Wahoo, Boone Central, and Ashland Greenwood, I feel like it kind of separated themselves as the cream of C1. And that Boone Central Ashland Greenwood game tonight, that's going to be a war in Albion.
Yeah, 2 really physical teams.
The handoff up the middle, straight ahead goes Daniel, and that'll be the last play. That'll do it. Boy, I don't know that you could be more dominant in a semifinal game than what we saw to Norfolk Catholic tonight. They took the foot off the gas a little bit, but at the end, your final 42-14, win number 25 in a row for Norfolk Catholic. Post-game show coming up. You're watching NCN.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Allo. You deserve the fiber things in life. Allo Fiber. And by News Channel Nebraska. Follow at NCN Sports for highlights, interviews, rankings, and our broadcast schedule.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
Get rewarded and earn interest for using your MyDesign Rewards checking account with Midwest Bank. I'm volleyball player Allie Badenhorst, and I get rewarded when I use my debit card grabbing a bite to eat or getting coffee before class. It's easy, simple, and smart. It's not about how much money I have in my account. I get rewarded just for using my debit card at all my favorite places. Find out more at MidwestBank.com. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
(42-14), Norfolk Catholic gets the win over Fillmore Central. Let's take a look at our top plays tonight. Brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Well, Currency's here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Norfolk Catholic has won 24 in a row coming into tonight. Fillmore Central 11 in a row. Battle of the unbeatens in the C2 semifinals. And Norfolk Catholic gets it going early on the ground, up the middle. Trevin Suckup, opening drive, pay dirt on just 2 plays for Norfolk Catholic, and they take the 7-0 lead over Fillmore Central. The dominance would continue. This time a QB keeper. How about Carter Jansen, a do-it-all QB for Norfolk Catholic in on the 11-yard scramble. It's 21-0 Norfolk Catholic at that point. We're still in the first quarter. Still first quarter. Norfolk Catholic's defense making plays. Hayden Kelly accounted for 3 turnovers, including that fumble swipe right there. And Norfolk Catholic gets the short field. They know what to do with it as they open the second quarter with the pass play, the touchdown. That's Hayden Kelly. Might as well reward him after he gets the turnover. The pass from Jansen. It's 28-0. Norfolk Catholic, they would keep it going. Norfolk Catholic trying to get it on this play here, but it's intercepted. Trevor Roach making a nice defensive play from Fillmore Central. That would lead to a positive play offensively and a little bit of a trick play. How about Jaron Tweedy on the end around, finding a wide open Cade Cooper in the end zone. 28-7, Fillmore Central pulls within 21, but they would get no closer. The next drive, Norfolk Catholic says, yeah, we've got a deep playbook as well. How about the split end pass? Max Hammond finds Sam Spidell. Norfolk Catholic up 35-7. They're not done. They would extend their lead before the half. Bit more traditional pass play here. The post route, Clayton Carney in the end zone. Norfolk Catholic up 42-7 at the half on unbeaten Fillmore Central. We had running clock most of the second half. Fillmore Central would end with a bit of a positive here. The INTD in the end zone by Luke Kimbrough. But other than that, not much going Fillmore Central's way this evening. Norfolk Catholic wins big, 42-14. They will play Ord for the Class C2 state championship. All right, let's toss it down to the sidelines. Andrew Pfeiffer standing by with head coach Jeff Beller. Andrew?
Thanks, guys. Andrew Pfeiffer down here on the sideline with winning head coach Jeff Beller. Coach, 405 wins, even though that may not be the more important stat to you as far as punching your ticket to the state championship. Coach, what does it mean to just get back to Lincoln?
Oh, I'm really happy for our kids. I think they've had a good year. They've really played hard every game and practiced hard. I think that's always important. So, yeah, it's always exciting. This is a great one. You know, this is a great game to win and a difficult one to lose. I feel for Fillmore Central. I think they had a great year. I think their kids played well, and we were able to score a little more tonight and win the football game. So, happy where we're at. And then, yeah, you kind of got to lose that feeling after a couple days and get back to work because Ord sounds like they're ahead right now. And if they win the football game, they'll be hungry to get a championship.
Absolutely, Coach. And like you said, you get a couple days to celebrate, but of course have to switch that right back around as you head into the next couple of weeks, like you said, preparing for Ord, which sounds like it's going to be your matchup for the championship. So looking ahead at that team, what do you expect and what are you preparing for most when it comes to Ord?
Well, we played them really early in the year and trailed a lot of the first half. They played extremely well against us. Their quarterback's very good. He's very mobile, so they're kind of a spread team, but they like to run a lot out of the spread, but they will throw. So we'll have some great challenges. Have big kids up front. It'll be a great challenge for us. But we'll get ready and hopefully be at our best. I think that's the key. You just want to play well. We had a couple bumps tonight on a couple mistakes we made. Try to take care of those and clean them up. But overall, we played well, and our kids played hard.
And, Coach, I'll get one more question for you, try to get you out of the cold here. But your offense firing on all cylinders, your defense all over the field. Where can you contribute your success tonight on the field?
Well, I thought, like you said, I thought we played good on both sides of the ball. We were able to get a stop and get good field position and then score right away. And I think that gives you confidence when you score right away. And then did some other good things in the first half and really had a pretty comfortable lead at halftime. So thought we played really good football in the first half. Come out and tried to take control. And in the second half, they got an onside kick against us, so we need to work on that a little bit. Good play on their part, but overall we answered. I think got a stop and then scored. And so. Overall, I thought we played good football. We just got to continue to to drive to do what we think we can do.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Coach. Good luck in the next couple of weeks, and it was great talking to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was head coach Jeff Beller. Now, we are waiting momentarily here. I think our player of the game is actually currently being held up by a couple of other camera crews over there, but we will take a quick break. We'll come back right here with more NCN postgame content.
To sum up the past 20 years in one word, exceptional. It's one of our core values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us, and our teammates will take us there.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Clausen Brothers Construction. If you're planning to build or remodel, choose Clausen Brothers Construction. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know what games we're televising? Follow us on social media at NCN Sports.
At first,
NCN Sports is brought to you by Clausen Brothers Construction. If you're planning to build or remodel, choose Clausen Brothers Construction. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know what games we're televising? Follow us on social media at NCN Sports.
Well, he's the player of the game for us, and he's the player of a game for a lot of other people, and it is Hayden Kelly here. I'll have your stats pulled up right here. 2 interceptions, a fumble recovery, and a receiving touchdown. Where did all the success come from tonight?
Just practice, a lot of practice. I'd just say that our coaches are doing a great job, helping us prepare for the game, and it's just really helped out.
And what does it mean to you to be the player of the game here tonight? And now looking forward, you punched your ticket to Lincoln. It's going to be the biggest game of the year, obviously, for yourself. And what are you going to tell yourself and your team in these coming weeks?
Just get ready for the game, treat it like any other game, and, just practice. And I just wanted to say that teammates did great. We just need to keep on pushing and do our job, and yeah.
And how exciting is it for you personally just to see this big stage and just to be able to go out and compete with your brothers one final time?
It's just unreal. I really love the opportunity, and I'll cherish every single second of it.
Well, congratulations, sir. You're our player of the game, and good luck in the next coming weeks.
Yep, thank you.
All right, well, that brings us with our post-game content here on NCN Sports. I'm Andrew Pfeiffer. Back to you, Eric and Lou.
All right, thank you, Andrew Pfeiffer. Hayden Kelly did a little bit of everything tonight, and that's what this Norfolk Catholic team is. Lou, just a bunch of guys who do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, you're exactly right. This is a good team on the offensive side of the ball, and they've gotten better throughout the year. A very good defensive team, and they do special teams well. So what do you attack, right? I mean, This is a good football team. I think Ord's playing really well right now. Obviously, they're going to be in a state championship game. I'm sure they're going to give Norfolk Catholic a heck of a game down there should they hang on and win. But, boy, it's hard to bet against Norfolk Catholic the way they have been playing.
You have to invent some previously unforeseen fourth aspect of football and try to beat Norfolk Catholic at that. Maybe then you got a shot. That's going to be a tough one. This Norfolk Catholic team, real good, and that's why they've won 25 in a row. They stay unbeaten, as does the NCN Sports crew. That wraps up most of our fall sports coverage. We got college football tomorrow. We got the six-man state championship live from Cope Stadium on the campus of UNK. Next Friday, featuring some near Eddyville Miller taking on Hay Springs. Until then, for my broadcast partner Lou Siefker, Andrew Pfeiffer on the sidelines, Connor Luby in the NCN truck, and the entire NCN Sports crew, I'm Eric McKay. You've been watching News Channel Nebraska. Have a great night.
We now join regular